Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences
on the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Shamba Shape Up has been to many parts of the region. Kenya, Uganda.
Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda. And Zambia.
Welcome
to Munda Makeover.
With the extreme weather we have been experiencing, it is important to use our land wisely so that we can gain the most benefit from it.
In today's episode, we shall get tips on how to do this. First, let's take a trip to Mwakiso District, Uganda, to meet up with Agi and Frobisha. And who are they visiting?
We are visiting Christopher Shamba and his wife Annette. Also helping out on the farm, Christopher's son Ronald.
Their farm covers 30 acres. Horticulture is their main activity, including cauliflower, lettuce,
strawberries and chili peppers.
Christopher has kept a 4-acre section of his farm for trees, but it's not just there for beauty, it's for business too. So I have asked tree expert Dr. Sarah Mutoni from National Agricultural Research Organization to come and help us understand how this can be possible. Christopher's son Ronald is the one managing this part of the farm, but he's only been doing it for the last 2 years. So while we learn about the forest, I am sure Dr. Sarah can also help Ronald increase his profits. Okay, now, into the forest we go.
Sarah.
Yes?
I'm sure there's someone out there, business person, who thinks, if I had this forest, I would just cut all the trees and make charcoal and firewood and sell it, or grow maize or whatever. So how would you, talk to someone that is out there that is having these thoughts?
Forests are very important. And you can make money out of the forest. How do you make money?
How?
One, you can do selective. We call it selective logging. Selective, that means you just pick a few mature trees. For example, for making drums. In Uganda, that is, it is a cultural thing. Eh? The other thing about the forest is that we can use it for recreation. It means you come in this forest, you walk around, you admire the forest, you camp in the forest, spend a night, 2 nights in the forest, just enjoying the forest, and they'll pay money. And the other thing is still generating money. You can still bring in people to train them about the benefits of trees. So instead of us cutting down these trees for charcoal or for brick burning, we can reserve this forest and we can generate money.
Sarah.
Yes?
With all that you've said, let's just go in and see more of this forest that you're praising.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ronald.
Yes?
Are there any other financial benefits to the farmer?
Yes, there is one which is very interesting, and that is beekeeping. It benefits the farmer, and also it benefits the forest.
Wow. Sarah.
Yes?
Speaking of bees, is that a beehive?
Yes, it is.
And Ronald, is that yours?
Yes, it's
Wait a
mine.
second, let's get close and see what... Are there bees in there?
Yeah, they're already inside there.
Ronald, when did you start rearing bees in here in the forest?
We started last year, and so far it has been into existence for 4 years.
Okay,
nice.
So how much money have you so far generated from there?
We have harvested 2 times, and we are in something like 2 million.
2 million?
Yes,
Wow.
we have already started getting good money, and we expect to get more.
More money.
Yeah.
Wow.
The most thing as to why I like beekeeping, after setting up the project like this, you go back to your home and you start doing other businesses as this one is
As
carrying.
in, you don't have to be there
You
watching
don't-
it.
Yes, you don't have to be there.
So that means beekeeping is labor saving.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the farmer.
Yeah, it's not hectic.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is good. When I have bees in this natural forest, it's also going to benefit the community around
Yes.
by encouraging crop production.
Yes.
Because the bees are pollinating the plants outside the forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else you'd like to advise Ronald?
Okay, I think on the beekeeping bit of it, you know, we have what we call pollinator plants where the bees can get pollen. And one of the plants is called Calyandra. When you have Calyandra nearby your forest, still these bees, if they don't get enough food here in the forest, they can be able to get more food so that your yield of honey increases.
Okay.
Yeah. So in general, for our natural forests, we need to sensitize the people who are around us about the benefits of the natural forests so that we can be able to preserve our forests. At the same time, we are saving our motherland, Uganda, from climate change.
Okay.
That was very interesting and useful information. Let's take a deep dive down to the details.
Let's do this again. The average wholesale price for a kilo of honey is about 700 Kenya shillings, and one beehive can produce up to 45 kilograms of honey per year if well managed. 700 times 45 makes 31,500 Kenya shillings. An acre of forest can hold up to 3 beehives, and Ronald has 4 acres, meaning he can have 12 hives. So, 12 times 31,500 means Ronald can earn up to 378,000 Kenyan shillings from his honey every year. This is not bad at all. Trees have a lot of financial and climate benefits. They also clean the air, reduce soil erosion, provide shade, and if you have fruit trees, you will have the extra benefit of getting fruits. But in order to reap the most benefits from your fruit trees, you need to take good care of them. Let's go to Meru in central Kenya to visit Farmer Josephine, who lives on this 5-acre shamba with her husband, Joseph. They're starting out on avocado farming and are keen to make a good business. We called in Bridget Mwangi, an avocado expert. She has some great tips for Josephine on her fruit trees. But first, let's get some background info. Josephine, how long have you been planting avocados?
Niko na mwaka moja na nusu.
1.5 years.
Yeah.
And why did you think of planting avocados? Why not pawpaws?
Nimesikia tu avocado iko na pesa mingi.
All right.
Yeah, sasa nikafikiria kupanda.
All right. So Bridget,
Yes.
do you think avocado trees are going to work for her
Yes.
in terms of business?
We have 2 types of export fruits, which is fuete and us. But the best is the small as the original has.
So with every farmer or every farm, whatever crop you're planting, maybe there are few challenges you face here and there. Maybe if you can tell me about them.
Kwanza mimi ni mkulima mpya juu ya avocado na saa zingine sijui kama juu ya fertilizer ama mambo ya mbolea ni kupanda tu napanda.
All right. How many avocado trees do you have here?
Around 20.
Ah, that is nice. Bridget, you've been looking at our avocados.
Yes.
So far, do you think you like what you see?
Not really bad.
When you say not really bad, what do you mean?
It's a bit, yeah, because like now I can see that there's mulching, and it's the first time for her to do this. So he has a little knowledge for this. The other thing he can do is just to prune, and I usually advise farmers at the height of 5 meters, you have to chop on top.
So is this about 5 meters?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, but you can chop that one which is going up, then you wait the tree to spread. Yes.
All right. Mulching around the tree is a good idea to keep down weeds. But most important, don't let the trees get too tall. Prune the tree so it doesn't grow more than 5 meters high. This boosts fruit production and also makes harvesting much easier. Now, I wanted to know how much manure should Josephine apply?
So I usually advise from the word go. After planting, the first time you plant, the first year is 1 bucket. The second year, you put 2 buckets of well-decomposed manure. That is the animal manure. According to the years, you'll be adding every year before the starting of the rains. You can just, around the canopy, you just dig 1 foot, then you apply like 2 buckets of manure. Then you just cover it with the soil. That will be okay for you.
So, dig a trench around each tree, 1 foot deep and 1 foot from the center of the trunk. Fill the trench with well-decomposed manure and cover with soil. Repeat every year before the rains. But now, Bridget has a very special tip.
The other thing we are going to plant is Desmodium. Desmodium is a legume. You usually know the nitrogen is in the air, but you have to plant the legumes because they have nodules which fix nitrogen for the tree. Most of the time, farmers use the synthetic fertilizers, and most advise farmers to be organic. Instead of buying the CAN, it's better you plant the Desmodium. Then from the Desmodium, you are going to feed your cows. So if you are going to feed your cows, you get more milk, and the nitrogen is going to be fixed to my tree. So you'll get more money, and the fruit will be okay. Yes, for the market.
All right. Remember, planting Desmodium helps fix nitrogen in the soil, which in turn helps the avocado tree give more fruits. And on top of this, Desmodium leaves are a highly nutritious feed for your cows. What a great tip! So once our farmer uses the Desmodium on the avocado trees, how long will it take for it to start producing?
The first 1.5 to 2 years, you'll get like 10, not more than 10. Maybe the second you'll get like a crate, that is like 16 kgs of fruits. Then you'll harvest until 70 years.
Wow, 70 years of fruits. That's amazing. I'm sure with his tips, Josephine will get years of profits from these avocado trees.
I'm very impressed. I am going to practice all what I've been taught, and I know I will make it.
As Bridget has advised, as the trees grow, Josephine will need to prune them so they can branch out and produce good quality fruits. How does she do this? Let's go to Helen and Daniel's farm in Ruiru to learn more.
So, Daniel.
Yes, Tony.
You're saying you have some challenges with your avocados.
Yes.
Which is one of your biggest challenges right now?
The biggest challenge right now is harvesting. The fruits are very high on the tree, so I have to cry back.
You need an expert advice.
Hey.
Yes, let's go meet the expert.
Okay, thank you.
Now, for this shape up, we have some very special guests, climbing experts, and they are here to help Daniel prune his avocado tree. The tree has grown so high, so it's not only difficult to harvest, it also reduces the quality of the avocados by blocking out the light and the wind flow. Without wind flow, the chance of attracting diseases is higher.
Bridget!
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
This is our farmer, Daniel.
Oh, pressure to meet you, Daniel.
I can see the farmer is going through a lot of challenges with the avocados. And when you look down here, what can you spot?
I can spot a damage of a candle. Maybe somebody went top the tree, used the normal way to harvest. It's falling down, the tree is tall.
And this cannot help the farmer at all?
No, no.
So what else can you see?
This one I know it's not ripe. This is a portion of the fruits. This is a problem again because if you look at the trees, the shade, no direct sunlight.
So the fruits become weak?
Yes.
Because they're not getting enough sun?
Yes.
So these are a loss to the farmer?
To the farmer.
And that's during harvest?
Yes.
Now looking at this tree, I can see his trees are quite tall.
Yes, very tall.
What would you advise the farmer to do?
The only thing you can do is just pruning the trees.
Pruning? What exactly is pruning?
Like now the tall trees, you have to do an opening for them so the sun can get direct to the bottom sides.
So he should have pruned this tree?
Yes, from as early as the first year.
So how tall should this tree be exactly?
5 meters, not more than 5
meters. 5 meters?
Yes. Like now this is more than 10 meters.
So Bridget, would you advise farmers to do pruning themselves?
No, they have to get the expert to do that for them.
So, a mature avocado tree should be 5 meters tall for easy harvesting and to allow air to flow freely, to reduce on pests and diseases, and ultimately give better fruit. Last and most importantly, you can prune your own avocado trees using clean secateurs when they are still young. But you'll need to call in experts if you let them grow beyond 5 meters.
Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we shall see these experts in action. Then later, we will learn how to plan our finances better so that we can reap the most from our agribusiness.
See you after the break.
Welcome back
to Shamba Shape Up.
Today we are learning about trees and how to make the most from them. We have seen the advantages of having bees in your forest and learned how to care for your avocado trees so they grow tall and give lots of good fruit.
But they should not grow so tall that it becomes difficult to harvest the fruit. So we need to see how to prune the trees. But before we do this, let's see how the weather will be like in the coming week. Over to you, Brenda.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up weather and farming news for Kenya. In the coming week, we expect very low rainfall across Kenya. The north, upper, and lower eastern counties will see extremely low rainfall of less than 5 millimeters across the week. This cuts across Marsabit, Isiolo, Mandera, Wajir, Meru, Tharaka, Kitui, Makueni to Kajiado. Lower parts of Garissa expects up to 15 millimeters of total rainfall across the week. Coastal counties will get low rainfall reaching 25 millimeters in the week. This includes Lamu, Kilifi, Mombasa, and Kwale. Tana River and Taita Taveta will get very low rains of below 5 millimeters. Central Kenya will as well see very low rainfall of less than 5 millimeters across the week. This covers the counties of Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Embu, as well as Nairobi and Kiambu. Laikipia and Nyandarua will have up to 15 millimeters of rains in the week. North, Central, and South Rift Valley will get light showers of up to 25 millimeters across the week. This includes West Pokot, Baringo, Nakuru, and Bomet. Trans Nzoia, Marakwet, Uasin Gishu, and Kericho expects moderate total rainfall reaching 50 millimeters. Finally here, Turkana, Samburu, and Narok will see very low rainfall of below 5 millimeters in the week. The western and Nyanza regions will have low rainfall reaching 15 millimeters in the week. This covers Busia, Vihiga, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori, Nyamira, and Kisii. Bungoma and Kakamega expects total rainfall reaching 50 millimeters. Farmer, scout your farm regularly and identify pests and diseases and control them with the recommended pesticides before they damage your crops. Continue to pull out weeds to reduce competition for nutrients with your crops. Cut and store enough fodder that will last up to the next rainy season. You can preserve them as silage or hay. This way, your livestock will have adequate feeds in all seasons. For a detailed weather forecast for your area and more tips, get in touch with Shamba. Call 0711 082 606. See you next week on the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya.
Back in Daniel's farm, we have learned from Bridget that an avocado tree should not grow beyond 5 meters in height. Daniel's trees are over 10 meters tall and are giving very little fruit. That's why Bridget has brought a team of pruning experts that are well prepared.
So I'll call the John.
There he is.
So Daniel, you can see,
Yes.
this is the element.
Yeah.
And we call it climbing element.
Yes.
When it's doing the cuttings, if you are using the chainsaws or the hand saws, the dust will not get inside the ice. This side, we are protecting the ears because of the sound for the chainsaw.
Yeah.
If you come down here, you can see the t-shirt is a bit bright. So it's like a reflector. When somebody stopped there are people around the tree. So you have to see him where he is.
Where he is.
So when you go down here, we have the harness to hold him when he's stopped there. So we have this rope. So the rope is supposed to support you in the tree. These ones, we call them calobinas. This one can hold the chainsaw. You can go with it on the top of the tree.
Do the feet need protection?
Yes, you can do a slight mistake and you can cut your leg. So that's why we have the safety boots. They have a metal somewhere here. We have this trouser, we call it protection trouser. Maybe the chainsaw can swing. So this is a protection.
Wow.
Yes.
He looks well protected.
Yes.
Now, can we see him work?
Yes.
All right. John, climb the tree.
Tree cutting and pruning is very dangerous business. So it's important farmers hire trained professionals with all the safety gear.
Wow, Bridget.
Yes.
He's moving up very fast. What do you think, Daniel?
That's true.
The speed is quick.
Yeah.
They will also make sure not to damage the tree so we get a bumper harvest.
So you have to start there, small branches. Then from there you cut limbs.
And you make sure they do not destroy anything.
Yes. You are not supposed to destroy anything.
Anything at
Yes.
all.
Yes.
Okay, how should the cut be?
Supposed to be 45 degrees, the cut, sliding, because of the rain. Because when it's raining, the drops will not stand here. If the water is stand here, it will start rotting.
If it is cut flat.
Yes. Like now if you use panka, it will be like this.
Now I can understand why we need an expert for this.
Yes.
You have to be very precise on the
Yes.
cut.
You could get your trees pruned for as little as 100 shillings per tree. Get in touch with Shamba for more information.
Now, main advantage of pruning.
Next season we'll be having a lot of fruits. Also the fruits will be big. The bottom will be having fruits.
So the whole tree
Yes.
will have fruits.
Yes.
Just because of the enough sunlight.
Yes.
So now, after doing this, our farmer will get his quality
Yes.
and quantity.
Yes.
Our farmers can now expect healthy avocados to sell, meaning more money. So it is a good idea to get some financial lessons to know how to best manage this money.
For this, let's join our Shamba Shape Up team in Zambia. They're in 10 miles in central Zambia, meeting a farmer called Mapiwe.
Welcome, people, welcome. I've called on Sipiwe Haninga from Better World Innovations to help Mapiwe get an understanding of record keeping and financial literacy.
What is financial literacy?
Okay, so basically for a farmer, financial literacy is the know-how of managing your finances as a farmer, your expenses, your income, and your savings.
Mama Piwe, how are you managing your finances, especially when it comes to your farm?
I have a challenge in managing. Sometimes and the expenditure can be more, and maybe you get into loss.
The income is less?
It's less, yes.
Ah, okay.
Do you keep any records to see how and where you've missed it all?
No, I just put my records in my head.
So Spiwe, you have to tell us what are the activities that we need to conduct when it comes to financial literacy as pertaining to farming.
Farming is a business. So if you're doing farming as a business, you need to keep records as a farmer for you to know if you're doing well or you have to improve in certain areas. So for you to keep records in your head, I don't know if you've managed to keep all the records for all the farming seasons.
No.
Okay, so keeping record is very important as a farmer because it helps you regulate what you should do and what you should not do in the coming season, and also helps you in proper preparation.
How do you go about starting this whole financial management process when it comes to her farm? What's the first thing that she needs to do?
Okay, so to start with, she has to identify how much land she's going to be using for her farming season.
Okay.
Yes, by knowing how much land you are going to use, it will also give you at least an estimated amount of money that you need to invest on that piece of land. If the most important farm inputs that you need, you list them down and just list how much that would cost you.
So let's go step by step. The land, size of the land,
the size of the land.
Second one is?
The cost of production for that particular crop that she wants to do that season.
And cost of production would include what?
So cost of production would include seed, equipment, and labor.
Okay.
Yes.
All those things she has to write down in her records book. Okay?
Okay.
So once that is done, then now you are good to go.
Financial planning allows you, the farmer, to be able to invest your money according to your needs. This allows you to project on the activities that you will be carrying out in the upcoming farming season, and also helps you have a true record of your profit and loss. So, don't keep it in your head. Write it down. A record book will help keep track of the money you spend on your munda and how you spend it. On the left side here, write down all the income you get. On the right side, fill in your expenses. Add up the total money made and money spent. At the end of the season, subtract expenses from income. This will show you your profit or loss.
Wow, Sipiwe, I think you've given us so much helpful information. Isn't that right?
Exactly. I have to budget first before I do something.
So you're ready to get your budget on, keeping your records for each and everything that you do on the farm?
I'm very much ready.
And that's what it is about financial literacy. It's going to make your planning, your saving, and everything about your agribusiness true.
Exactly, Kachenana. Planning your farming activities before you start, following the recommended steps while farming, and taking account of every step in your farm will bring you good results. And before you know it, you'll be dancing all the way to the bank.
Shamba, shamba, shepa. Shepa. Shamba, shepa. Imebadilisha kilimo, imeleta mabadiliko. Kilimo, 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 kilimo. Ndio uti wa mgongo, nchi zote duniani. Kilimo, 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 kilimo. Ndio uti wa mgongo, nchi zote duniani. Shamba, shamba, shepa. Shepa. Shamba, shepa. Imebadilisha kilimo, imeleta mabadiliko. Imebadilisha kilimo, imeleta mabadiliko. Naishi maisha mazuri juu ya shamba. Shamba langu. Naipenda. Shamba langu. Inanilisha. Shamba langu.
Shamba langu. Juu ya shamba langu. Ninaishi vizuri. Shamba langu. Ya shamba langu ninasomesha watoto. Shamba langu, juu ya shamba langu nimenunua pikipiki. Shamba langu, juu ya shamba langu nimenunua gari nzuri. Shamba langu, juu ya shamba langu nimejenga nyumba ya kifahari.
Naishi maisha mazuri juu ya shamba. Shamba langu naipenda. Shamba langu nafurahia. Inanilisha. Shamba langu. Naishi maisha mazuri juu ya shamba.
We will see you next time right here on Shamba Shepa.